worst hit areas in the greater Los Angeles area. You can see fire trucks behind me, and they're actually trying to put out fires in this particular home. This entire area has been entirely burnt out. You can see the fire service people walking in over here, the firefighters working over here. We can't get in beyond this particular point, but they're working over here. You can see a great deal of damage in this particular area. The smoke is still coming out of some of the areas over here, and what we're going to actually do is walk through some of these areas to give you a sense of what it looks like. And everywhere that you see, there's devastation. So just follow me as we, Stephen, go to this area and just point out that there's still smoke coming up from these homes which were completely destroyed, as you can see over here. And there are any number of homes which have been entirely destroyed. So there is smoke, which you can see coming out of these structures. A lot of stuff burning, we can smell it. There is ash in the air as well. If we move across this road, and this seems to be an affluent part of this area. We can see cars which have been entirely burnt out, and home after home has been completely destroyed. These are the savings of people completely destroyed, decimated, and this house behind me destroyed as well. Now, I'm just going to update our viewers on what the overall situation is. The situation remains tense because even though right now it seems that the wind speeds have come down, they aren't entirely certain that the winds have gone away. And until the winds go away, there is a huge problem over here because it's the winds which are spreading the fires. There are at least 4 to 5 major fires in the greater Los Angeles area, and all of these are uncontained. And it's these embers which reach out far, which trigger fires in areas which are incredibly dry. There is usually rainfall which happens. Why don't you follow me as we, behind my shoulder, and let's just walk to this place. There is rainfall which happens this time of the year. That's not happened. There are wildfires which take place across this region, but that happens in the month of October by and large. What's taking place now is entirely unexpected. This structure that you see over here completely razed to the ground. And it's house after house after house, and then the fires just stop, and if you're lucky, your house gets saved. So and it's untouched, and it's just this is bizarre because the house over here entirely unaffected. The people over here very, very lucky because the house in front of them, which is this one right over here, and the houses all around have gone. And if you just walk past and take a look at, there's another fire over there. I don't know if you can catch that or see that, but there's another fire over here which is broken out. Be careful, there are lots of nails over here in the distance. Now, that wasn't here just a few minutes back, but it's this huge plume which we can see as we walk through this area. Billions have been lost across the region. The sense is that when this all gets figured out, you're looking at the most expensive natural disaster in the history of the United States of America. We're just going to keep walking over here just to give you, more idea, another idea of what we're seeing over here. It's just traumatic to see the damage over here, the homes, the lives of any number of people completely destroyed, devastated. Now, the only silver lining in this is that the loss of life has been minimal. There have been about 5 people who've lost their lives, but by and large, the loss of life has been contained because evacuation orders came early. The police enforced that. People got out. There have been 1.7 lakh people, 170,000 people plus, who have been evacuated or have been told to evacuate. They followed the guidelines, they got out. and a lot of them wouldn't be allowed to come back right now because this is still an area which is tense and unpredictable. The fires have not been contained, but when these people come back, they will know the extent of the damage, and in so many cases, it's been entirely destroyed. This is Vishnu Shom reporting from the greater Los Angeles area on the forest fires. It is a very unfortunate and difficult place where I'm reporting from. This is the Altadena region of greater Los Angeles, and there is devastation all around me. This is one of the worst hit areas, and I'm going to go through some of the areas where homes have been entirely destroyed. It's catastrophic because what they are now saying is that the damage assessment, when it does finally come out, would have this being the costliest natural disaster in American history. Now, whether or not that is the case, we'll figure out later on, but just think about the losses that people have sustained in this area, their houses, their lives, their lifetime savings entirely destroyed, gone. Fortunately, the loss of life has been low. Just about 5 people have lost their lives. People did listen to evacuation announcements. In fact, we got evacuation announcements or notices saying that there is a fast-moving fire in this area and that we need to exit, which is what we're going to do. But before we do that, we can tell you a little bit about what we are seeing over here. There's a basketball court. Somebody, perhaps a child, used to play basketball, but the house all around it, presumably their home, has been completely obliterated, completely destroyed. We're just very carefully going to move to this area over here, where there is still a small fire which is burning. We need to be careful as we cross past electricity lines. Of course, electricity has been cut off, but we need to be a bit careful. And you can still see, I don't know if that's a gas line which is still on fire, but it's and the temperature here is variable. It's otherwise not warm or hot, but as you walk through these areas, suddenly the temperature appears to rise, and that's because the ground is still extremely hot. There's smoke all around, and all of the fires which have caused this and continue to rage in areas just beyond are uncontained. And that really is the big concern, that the fires are uncontained at this stage. That has a great deal to do with the winds in this entire area. At the moment, fortunately, the winds have gone down, but the concern is that the winds will remain. And until such time as the winds remain, these will remain uncontained fires. So we're just going to walk a little bit further on in this area. That's somebody's car, completely burnt down. There's a putrid smell in the air over here. There is ash in the skies. That's somebody's bike, a motorcycle up there. And this was a house and someone's gym equipment just below, right over here. Weights. This is just unbelievable devastation. Some of the worst that I've seen in all of these years of reporting on disasters. And it's still an active situation. It remains very, very tense over here. And Los Angeles is just coming to grips with what's happened. It's not over yet, but the scale and the quantum of rebuilding is what strikes me as something that's going to take years. There's no two ways about that. And for the people who've lost everything, just getting over that will take a great deal of time. In Los Angeles, Vishnu Shom for NDTV.